For this card tutorial, I'm going to share with you, you'll be using your Marshmallow Hugs Tonic Craft Kit. And from this kit, what I've decided to do is to show you how to make a little card that's going to be a little topsy-turvy, and that's going to be using the panel that you can cut like this with the little snowflakes. So that'll be with this die here, as well as the shadow piece that is not this large one, but the next one down, which is this one solid. So you'll use that with the snowflake panel, and you can get that beautiful intricate piece. And then you can also use it as just a solid to cut out the light blue paper that's in your kit. This pearlescent green is also part of the kit. And then I went ahead and used that dripping kind of it could be melted marshmallow, it could be hot chocolate, it could be whatever you want it to be. So the kit includes this silver card, and that's what I'm going to be using for that one. Using the same color card, I've gotten a few little swirls there that I cut out using these 3 dies here. So of course you can include as many as you like. And then using some white cardstock, I've cut out these pieces, and that is because I'm going to be using also the Secret Circle easel card die set. I thought it would be fun to just play around with this and see what comes of it using this die set. In the kit, you're going to get some Glimmer Paste, and I have here to the side an inexpensive paintbrush that I haven't treated too kindly, but what I'm going to do is just grab some of that Glimmer Paste. And I don't need much of it for this. I'm just going to grab it with this paintbrush and just paint around the edges. So it's going to be just the slightest bit of shine here. And of course you can apply as much or as little as you want, but this is just going to give it a bit of that glimmer right around the edge of my card. And it's messy and glittery, but the neat thing about Glimmer Paste is that it is what I would call contained glitter. So it's glitter without it flying everywhere. It still gives you that beautiful shine. You can grab it off of the back here from your mat and keep kind of scooping it up and applying it to your paper. As much or as little as you like. And I'm only doing the edges because this is going to be staggered with another piece of card that was available in the kit. And I'll list below what I have used in this video, so that way you know exactly which ones. And of course there's a listing on your kit as well. There's the little sheet that you're going to receive. So for instance, you'll know that I use the pearlescent coral luster and also the classic card in the Arctic blue, the mirror card in chrome silver, and I think that's about it as far as the papers are concerned. So but I'll list them below as well. It makes it a little bit easier. And then of course those papers are available in packs, whether it be of 10 sheets or less. Depends on the type of paper that it is, and you can pick it up just by looking at that little number that it'll be listed right with it. What I wanted to note with Glimmer Paste is that this is a water-based product. If you have other types of water-based inks, you can mix them with this. So that's another kind of perk that these products have, is that they play nicely with others. What I would recommend, however, if you want to change the color of this slightly, is that you place the ink or whatever color you're going to mix with it first on your mat, and then introduce the glitter paste, and then that way you don't get cross-contamination, of course. But you can definitely change this a little bit if you wanted to. In fact, I could have added some light blue just to prove the point, but hindsight is 20/20. So I'm almost done here. Just going to apply a little bit on that edge, just in case I need it. Now again, because it's a water-based product, you need to allow the water in the product to evaporate when you're playing with it, but you don't want it to evaporate inside of your little pot here, so that's why there's foil there, and you do want to make sure that you keep that really nice and sealed and use it up as fast as you can so that it doesn't solidify on you. So you just want to make sure that's really nice and closed. I'm going to allow this to dry, and while this is drying, I'm going to explain the rest of this card, and I'm also going to clean off my glass. First thing that I'm going to do is actually try to assemble this, and I'm going to be playing the video a little bit fast so that you can watch, and I think I'm just going to narrate what I'm doing. It'll make it a little bit easier, but these are all pieces that you can cut out using the Secret Circle easel card die set. And of course, this is just something to show yet one more way that you can use your dies using the kit. So starting with the base, you can cut your papers out of smooth card or 300 GSM cardstock, and of course use your layering pieces. For this pearlescent card in Coral Luster, I am going to be cutting away the edges because this is going to stagger right on top of the card that I have applied the Glimmer Paste to. So just take away those little edges, and then that's going to allow me to place those two papers together. So here I'm using my deluxe adhesive from Nuvo, and I'm now placing my layers on the base. This is going to be the front of the card, and as you can see, that Glimmer Paste is so shiny and beautiful, and of course that little bit peeking on the edges is going to just elevate this card and give it some really beautiful shine. I'm now going to apply that pearlescent card in Coral Luster, and because this card is a little bit interactive, you want to make sure those panels are nice and flat. And now I'll be placing the tab on the base, which is cut with the same die as the front of the card. All you have to do is remove the edge, and now that that's burnished, it's ready for the little interactive portion. I'm using the low-tack adhesive to help me. I place the little paper where it needs to be. And now with the same die set, I've cut two of the smaller circles. Those are layered together to give dimension. That's placed right in the very center of that little cutout. And then using two of the larger circles that come in the kit, you can go ahead and apply these right on top. This is going to allow you to create an interactive card. And now you can take away that low-tack tape, and I am using the Arctic Blue Classic card to mat the inside of the card. This has a linen weave on one side that is really pretty. It gives a very nice texture to your card. Now here you can see that interactive portion. You can just take it right out, and you can decide whether or not you want this to open and close. I'm going to mat that layer as well with that Coral Luster, and now I'm placing the little coffee cup where it needs to be so that I know where to place the little steam that would be coming out of the cup. And now I am placing the layers here that are going to go on the front of my card and topping it off with that chrome silver. Now I have some leftover gray board. I'm using that to give it a little bit of dimension, but not as much as you would if you use the dies included in the kit. So that is another option. And now only applying adhesive on that circle, I'll be able to add my little coffee cup. And then this will be able to move. Moving along, I am using one of the stamps from the kit, and I've used some hybrid ink to stamp that onto pearlescent white card. I'm going to run that through my small die cutting machine using a circle from my stash, and that's going to allow me to have that little sentiment to pop up onto the little background here. Now I did select some silver card from my stash that's also from Tonic Studios, only it is not shiny, it is the matte mirror card. And using an alcohol marker, I just gave a little bit of shadow. And here to add dimension, I did use some dimensional adhesive dots there. And it says, "Sending you a latte love." That'll go on the inside, and it will allow this little card to stand up by holding up the easel portion. Now to decorate the rest of this, what you can do is you can add the little marshmallows as I have here. However, if you want your card to be interactive, make sure you don't add that dimensional dot behind the marshmallow as I did. It's just another option. I truly was not bothered by that, but if you do want that little cup to move back and forth, then just make sure that anything that you add here is nice and flat against the background. I've also used that white Nuvo drop that came in the kit, and here is the rest of that Glimmer Paste. I'll be applying it all on top of that chrome silver card, and this gives it an amazing amount of texture, and of course that beautiful shine that you've seen already in the pictures. I highly recommend that you have a play with it, but I'm very, very pleased with this card and hope that you like it as well. I hope that you've enjoyed this tutorial and that you can be inspired and be blessed. Thank you so much for watching.